Oh, look at this. Okay, first of all, look at this. I'm drinking water. Look at the shirt I have on. Alcohol Responsibility Month. I mean, you know,
what is this in reference to, Noah?
I mean, I'm just saying.
About?
They're just, I don't know.
Why are you bringing this up?
Just Alcohol Responsibility Month.
I know, but it feels super random. Is there like a story you want to tell that's connected to that, or
is there something?
Nothing I want to tell. What about you, Nnamdi?
Oh no, I haven't drank on the pod. I don't know what you're referring to.
Oh yeah, I know you don't drink, but
welcome to the 97 Demo Podcast, where we give you the latest in music, headlines, and much more. Today we are looking at the VMA nominations because we all have thoughts on some snubs, maybe, right?
Maybe some snubs. We'll see.
I am Nnamdi Agwamwe, one of your three hosts.
It's Noah McGee, your second host.
And I'm your first host, Avery.
Oh, we're counting down from 3 to 2, 3 to 1.
No, but we was like I realized when we said 1 and 2, that I was like, why are we making Avery the number 3? You know? We're all ones.
We're all ones.
We're all Beyonces.
You know, I kind of like. Never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
What?
I like Kelly. You know, Kelly's my favorite.
Then listen, I like Michelle's actually.
Nnamdi loves Michelle. Nnamdi always loves the underdog. Nnamdi loves the underdog.
Michelle's not an underdog. See, this is the narrative that I have a problem with. Michelle's not an underdog.
Was she in Black is King?
Let's go ahead and go to our chart reflection. Because I feel like we need to start highlighting that this is the week prior. You know, music released between July 17th and July 23rd, starting on the Billboard 200. Juice WRLD is still number 1, followed by Pop Smoke, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. They are spending a second consecutive week in the top 2 spots. Gaslighter by the Chicks, not the newly named Chicks, yeah. Number 3, the Hamilton soundtrack still staying in the top 5 at number 4 after 252 weeks on the Billboard 200. And then My Turn by Lil Baby at number 5. So not that many surprises here. Gentlemen, any thoughts?
Good for the Dixie Chicks, or the Chicks, for getting into number 3. That's awesome. You know, they're kind of blackballed from the music industry for a while. So pretty cool to see them out here.
Avery, excuse my ignorance. What genre of music are they again?
Country. I know that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. That's like the opposite end of my, cultural spectrum.
There's like a spectrum.
So that's like
rap. Folklore.
It's like rap country. It's like
you listen to folklore. That was kind of country.
Folklore's like in the middle because it's pop, but it's country and like
folky,
folky.
Indie.
So.
But in the spirit of deluxes, Chilombo by Jhené Aiko jumped 36 spots at number 6 now from 43. Is my math off there? So the power of a deluxe.
37 spots.
37 spots.
Your math, Nnamdi.
Yeah, journalist major. But the power of deluxe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's surprised to see that actually work, but
it's been working for so many artists.
Yeah, it's
really
working for a lot of people. Yeah. Next week we're gonna see One On Here by Gunna. His deluxe is coming out. The Baby's coming out with the deluxe.
Even the biggest artist in the world just came out with one.
Out with the deluxe, like
Beyonce just came out with the deluxe.
Yeah, like deluxes are now the thing. So we're gonna see a lot of them on the charts, and I get it again, but I just kind of wish I'd rather have an EP, like the Summer Walker method. You know, Summer Walker didn't just do it over at deluxe. She came out with her little EP that was just great. I want more of that.
How about this? You put out an album next year, EP, and then album again next year.
Yeah,
that's what Drake should do. Never mind.
Drake kind of does that though. He just does 2-packs and playlists.
No, he does a 2-pack and then he puts out a 15-track mixtape.
Yeah,
a playlist, a mixtape, demo tapes.
Exactly, demo tapes. When I get to that, but anybody else on here? Oh, who's Oliver Tree? Who's that?
I just found out about this guy in the past week. I'm not necessarily.
Avery the TikToker.
No, but I see him all over the internet. He's like one of those parody guys. So he was going after Fantano was doing an interview with him, and he was yelling at Fantano for being I put so much work into my music only for you to give it a 7. And Fantano's trying not to laugh the whole time because he's he knows it's a joke. So Fantano's a 7's a pretty good score, and the guy's mad about it.
Oh, so he's a troll.
Yeah, but a lot of people are fans of his music.
Maybe he's just mad he got.
Oh, parody. I get. Okay.
I'm not really sure. I'm gonna listen to him.
Yeah, but we definitely expect this chart to change by next week, especially with Taylor Swift and Logic Don't forget about Logic.
Yeah, and y'all know Taylor Swift is not only gonna for sure be number one, but like her number one figures are just bonkers. Like I think she's projected to sell 700,000 plus first week. So many of her songs are already gold. I mean, we talked about it last week, but that's really what's going to be the biggest jump on the Billboard 200 things and shake it up. Logic's coming in at number 2 probably. I think he's projected to sell
over 200,000,
around 200-ish.
That's good. Any other week he'd be number 1. Honestly.
Yeah, like a
Taylor
Taylor
Swift week could be number 1
week.
Yeah.
How long do you think Taylor Swift's going to stay up here?
For a while.
For a minute.
Until Drake comes out with his thing. Do you think Drake, whenever that comes out, can top that?
Don't get me wrong. I think a big release would probably like topple Taylor Swift at like week number 3. But I think that she'll stay in the top 5, top 10 for a while. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, over on the Hot 100, not too many things have changed. Rockstar's still number 1. What's Poppin' back at number 2. Of course, the remix featuring DaBaby, Tory Lanez, and Lil Wayne pushing that up. Popstar by Drake, one of his two, and DJ Khaled, let me be respectful.
It's a good track.
One of the 2 tracks he released last week at number 3. Grease is at number 8. That's lower down, but we'll get to that. Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, number 4. Roses by St. John, number 5. Both of those tracks have been on here for like more than 15 weeks, months. Blinding Lights, 34 weeks. So that's just insane. Thoughts, you guys?
Yeah, it's dope to see the good, DJ Khaled. That's normal for him, especially with the Drake. DJ Khaled, Drake. I mean, most times, I didn't necessarily enjoy Grease, but most times when they collab, quote unquote, the tracks usually do pretty well, and they're actually pretty good. So I'm not surprised by Popstar being at number 3, and it might go up in the weeks to come. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that this What's Poppin' remix is still hanging around at number 2. That's kind of cool. I like it, but I mean, it's just interesting. I didn't know that this song had this much staying power in the top 5, but I guess it's kind of everywhere right now anyways.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised because that song came out like early this year. The song's been out for him. The song's been out for
a while.
Yeah, the song's been out
24 weeks on the chart alone. So
24 weeks on the chart. I mean, that's about this mostly this year. So yeah, exactly. So yeah, guys, it's already July. I mean, August.
August.
Crap. It's 8. Oh crap. It's crazy. Yeah, but no surprise. I expect, that Grease song by Drake. I'm surprised it's that high because I don't really like it that much. But
y'all, do you want to know what interesting stat I learned? Prior to these 2 songs, the highest charting Drake and DJ Khaled collab. Any guesses?
I'm gonna go either No New Friends or I'm on One. No. I'm on One? Okay.
I was going to say I'm on One.
Yeah.
I didn't even let Avery guess. I wasn't good.
No, I was going to guess I'm on One.
Yeah. that's a long time
2011.
ago. That was 11. Yeah, exactly. No. That's a long time ago. But yeah. But no surprises here. Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce. Hope Megan Thee Stallion's doing okay.
Yeah, she's still on number 6. Say So's in the 20s. So, I mean, I remember those 2 tracks were competing where they dropped, but we see which one is kind of stuck like grits. Everything else is
21.
Still 21. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even the remix either. It's just the regular song.
No, it is. Yeah, it is.
They didn't change the cover. I was confused.
My guy Luke Bryan. I'm joking. I'm joking. Not my guy. Yeah, no surprises here for them pretty much. That is interesting considering Say So and Savage were competing for a while in terms of going back and forth. But yeah.
I wonder why Miranda Lambert went up by like 20 spots.
Yeah.
Kind of random.
So good for her. Y'all, Avery, would you mind going to number 100 for me? Because this just kind of hurt me. And I mean, it's kind of on brand, but I still like, why?
Why, Nnamdi? Why does that hurt you?
The Climb Back by J. Cole, because I'm like, he deserves better than that. And then Lion on Ice is number 1 on Bubbling Hot 100. So just missed it once. It was a great song. I wanted it to be better. Like, he doesn't care, but like, and I mean, we don't care. It's still a great song, but you always want to get attention.
Oh, he cares. Nnamdi cares. Nnamdi
don't act
cares.
like you don't. But you didn't. Y'all, if we had to guess, I'm pretty sure we did guess, and we just were all wrong.
I'm surprised. The other track didn't chart higher than this one, actually. But I guess because the type of tracks they are, people were just listening to the better song.
Yeah, and he did just drop it as his goal better. So I mean,
true too. So yeah, excited for that. Drop that album, J. Cole.
And of course, what we're expecting next week are all those new releases we talked about last week. Speaking of new releases, you guys. Upcoming on MTV, we already talked about Taylor Swift and Logic, and then all the deluxe is coming out. So the Billboard 200 will at least look kind of different. Interested to see how that will land. But so many new releases this week, you guys. Billie Eilish, My Future, A$AP Ferg, Movie of Hips, Future, Over Your Head, just to name a few. Any of these stick out to you? If so, what were your favorites?
My favorite was the Georgia Smith track. I'm not gonna lie, that's the only one I really listen to.
By Any Means?
By Any Means by Georgia Smith. I'm guessing she's rearing up to drop an album sometime because she's been steady, and I see her on Twitter and stuff like that, and they're kind of talking about recording and stuff like that. So it seems like she's rearing up to drop a album. Plus, she dropped a single a couple months ago, that jazzy single that was really good too. So
I think it's part of another collection though. I'm
not sure, but it just seems she's really active right now in terms of recording right now. So yeah, that track was really good. I enjoyed Georgia Smith. Her last album was really, really good. One of the best albums. 2018, I believe.
I love that album. It didn't get enough attention. I still feel that way.
Great album. So that's what I pretty much only listen to, but seems like a lot of great releases too, though. So.
Avery?
I love this Billie Eilish song so much.
My Future?
So good. It's like the first half is like kind of slow, and it's like takes place in her past, and she's like contemplating what her future is going to be like, and then the second half is like more upbeat, and like she's in her future right now. It's so cool. And the music video
I like the
really
video
pretty.
a lot.
Yeah.
The animated thing. A lot of people are doing the animated thing, but I thought hers was really good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that video. I did see that. I saw the video though. The video was dope though.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of these new tracks. My personal favorite, Run the Jewels and Travis Barker collab for a song called Forever. That honestly, in my opinion, is random, but sounds exactly like how a Run the Jewels and Travis Barker collab.
It's such a random collab.
I like it a lot though. And then Skip Marley released a song with Rick Ross and Ari Lennox. Just when I see Skip Marley, Rick Ross, and Ari Lennox, I'm already gonna think it's a good song. Even though Rick Ross kind of had me scared with, his last feature was Entanglements. I just didn't know what to think, but it was good. This song, Make Me Feel, is really good. I like it a lot.
Are you really checking for Skip Marley music, Nnamdi?
Yeah. What's wrong with Skip Marley?
Nothing's wrong. I just didn't know.
It's not like I'm not checking for him, but if I see a Skip Marley song, I'll listen to it. I like the music.
That's respectable.
And this Ari Lennox, this collection here, of course.
Yeah. What about this Mulatto track with Gucci Mane, Muwap?
Yeah. It was a flip on Freaky Girl.
Yeah. How was that? Was it cool?
I thought it was cool. I could see it being like a fun line. I mean, I think it'd be better if people could go outside, because I see it being like maybe a party club track,
a day party.
And I mean, well, I guess maybe if you go to Georgia or Texas, you can still do that. But I mean, in most places in the world, you can't.
Don't do that, guys. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Did anyone listen to this Future Lil Uzi song?
I did. I just listened to it before the pod. It was good. It's actually one of the rap releases that I enjoyed, because there was a few. Juicy J and Wiz Khalifa had a song called Goddamn High. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
Just say it.
Quote unquote.
Wiz Khalifa, the last couple years, he hasn't really been doing much.
He had a
he's
kid.
A dad.
Yeah.
No, he has a kid, but he already had a kid though. They had that kid. That kid's
I think
5,
he said
6.
he's like really focusing on like being a dad or something right now.
Good for him. Hey, Logic did it. All good for the.
But Wiz Khalifa never retired though. I don't think Wiz Khalifa ever.
I mean, but isn't this what? When's the last time he came with an album?
True. It's been a minute. I can't remember.
Wiz Khalifa doesn't strike me as a person to be like, "Hey guys, I'm retiring from music."
Yeah, exactly. I just see him doing. Andre 3000 never retired.
No, Andre 3000 retired without even saying it. Wiz Khalifa's like the guy that's like, "Oh yeah, I meant to say I'm retiring, but I got stuck.
I forgot to release some music.
I forgot to release some music. My bad." So yeah. But
also wait, A$AP Ferg, Made in Tokyo, Nicki Minaj did this song "Move Your Hips." I like Break It Up. Wait, is that the song "Break It Up"?
Yeah.
No, Plain Jane.
Plain Jane was
the song.
Oh, Break It Up was Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti, yeah, Plain Jane. I like Plain Jane.
Plain Jane, Nicki Minaj was on the remix. So yeah.
Yeah.
What about this Burna Boy track with Sam Smith? My Oasis.
That's an interesting pairing.
Interesting pairing. But is Burna Boy, where is he from?
Nigeria.
He's in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay, repping Nigeria. Yeah, a good slate of releases. There was a lot more, but those are some of the good ones. Pretty good week though of new releases though. No big new album release though yet. That's yet.
Yeah, I mean that's really gonna be next week where we see really where all the big releases land. Of course, but we kind of already know what the top 2 are gonna be, but we'll see where everything else falls.
We'll see.
headlines, and I mean, this it's the last thing we have there. Beyonce dropping "Black Is King," the visual album for The Gift. Let me just say, I was excited about this because I love The Gift, the album, and I always felt that it was kind of underrated and didn't get nearly enough love. So I'm happy we got to revisit this in Beyonce form. I've watched it once. I did a whole streaming with my family yesterday. So I was like, we're gonna support these African artists in here. A lot of them are
How was it? How was it?
It was good. I think the second half is stronger than the first, but overall I thought it was really good. I was happy to find out that a lot of it was filmed in West Africa. A lot of the African artists that are on the actual project got to made an appearance. And I enjoyed a lot of the videos. I enjoyed the art more. I think there was kind of a story we even get through. I'm not sure that's what you're there for. I think you're more so there just to see the art that goes with the music.
Yeah.
But
How long was it? How long was it?
An hour 25. It was the album. I think she did it with just about every track.
Wow.
And she got a lot of people. Hold on, let me click on this thing because a lot of people she managed to get in there. Pharrell was there for his video. She had T.Y. Savage, Yemi Alade,
the clip that was going around was obviously the one with her and Blue Ivy. That was really cute.
I think that was in. I think that was in either Brown Skin Girl or was
Blue Ivy on the album?
Yeah.
Was she like
Brown Skin Girl?
She was singing Brown Skin Girl.
That's right. That's really dope. Yeah, that was a really good visual I saw.
Oh, okay. This is a slideshow. I was just like, I thought this was gonna be a list of the people who were.
I'm like looking for it now. Where is it?
No, wait. Go to the there.
I see.
There you go.
But a lot of the actual just acts that I feel probably wouldn't have the audience like they do, or the platform that they've been able to have. We're able to kind of get more exposure with this, and I'm happy about that. So I hope more people are able to listen to the album, support the artist. Jay-Z was in his video, and the Move Forever video was fire. T.Y. Savage, like her, like Nigeria's Beyonce, she's fire. Y'all know WizKid. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I've seen some interesting critique of it, and I think, of course, everything is welcome to critique. Conversations about appropriation.
Tierra Whack was on the album. Tierra Whack's dope. She had a project a couple years ago.
She was on one of my. I like that song a lot. My Power, and she was in the video for that.
I gotta listen to that because I saw the movie. I mean, I listened to it. That album, that movie came out a long time ago, a year ago. But the movie was just so like that I was like, I listened to the album and I was like, oh yeah, but it made me think about the movie that didn't live up to the actual, the original movie. So
yeah,
I haven't gone back to it since. But I mean, Beyonce's known for her visuals. I mean, pretty much every album she does now, at this point, you expect a music video for every song. Like when Lemonade, remember she did a whole movie thing.
She did her self-titled too. Yeah,
self-titled album. That was a big deal when she did the self-titled album. It's like, oh my gosh, every song has a music video.
Yeah.
So it's kind of Beyonce's just brand now of just like, having visuals with it, which is dope because Beyonce's such a great performer. So it makes sense for her. And it's on Disney Plus. So.
And there was a new song for the movie, wasn't there?
She recorded Black Parade that came out, I think, when they dropped the trailer. Or on Juneteenth or something. It was on one of those days.
Yeah, it was on Juneteenth, I think.
Is Black Parade on the deluxe version?
Yeah, and there's like an extended version too.
Yeah.
Got you.
It has like a remix, a couple of remixes in Black Parade.
Yeah.
So all good. I hope you guys should listen and watch if you haven't already. I think it was really, really good. Yeah, Disney Plus, good for you. This next very interesting, saw it on Twitter. Herbo launched Swerving Through Stress, which is his mental health initiative that aims to, provide access to mental health services for African American kids, Black kids who often don't have that access. So I know specifically aimed towards Black youth, and I know Herbo's been open about his own encounters with PTSD. So I thought this is a really, really interesting and a valiant effort by him to improve access for some people who probably wouldn't have that access otherwise.
Yeah,
throughout the. Sorry, go ahead, Noah.
Go ahead, Avery. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, is it throughout the country, or he's from St. Louis, right? So is it just like
Chicago? Ooh, you just messed up. You messed up.
That's a bad one too.
You messed up. That's a bad one too.
That's a bad one too.
Had to say St. Louis.
Is it just in Chicago or is it like everywhere?
I don't think it's specific to Chicago. I'm on the website now, and it just says the goal is to connect Black young adults with therapeutic resources that help inform and improve their mental health in pursuit of a better quality of life. So yeah, I think it's more so a fund. They're trying to they have the Dream Team Therapy Fund. It will cover 3 months worth of therapy sessions for Black youth ages 18 to 25 seeking care throughout the United States. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I absolutely think therapy is important, especially in the Black community, where mental health is often stigmatized. And these conversations often aren't had. So absolutely respect and appreciate that effort from G Herbo.
Yeah, I like this because it's like, every artist has their own, role to play. Every artist doesn't have to be on the front lines, screaming Black Lives Matter at a protest. Obviously, it's appreciated. But obviously, G Herbo is like, I struggle with mental health. Let me do something with mental health in the Black community. Which is really dope. So everybody doesn't have to, there's a role that needs to be played everywhere. Systemic racism is everywhere. And this is one of the, Nnamdi already pointed out, mental health in the Black community can be stigmatized and other communities also. So good to see G Herbo doing this in his own way and making it dope. So especially towards young adults. So
yeah, it's really cool to see artists like kind of taking things that they've struggled with and trying to pass it on to the next generation and help the next generation with that thing. So this is really cool.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I hadn't heard of this till just now, so that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen to his album PTSD, where he talks about his own encounters. Shout out to Herbo.
Okay.
Lollapalooza. Yeah, lineup. Did this already happen? Has this started? Like,
it's happening.
It's
right
started.
now.
It's happening now.
Yeah,
it's happening now. But I'm pretty sure it started. Okay, July 30th. Was that That was Thursday.
Yeah.
That was Thursday.
Yeah.
Started Thursday. So
no, I think I saw a rerun because some of them are reruns, some of them are live, right?
Yeah. So you have to go on their website and it tells you the schedule of everything, and it says like the year next to it. It's like Lorde will say 2014 next to it because it's showing her 2014 performance. But then it'll show. Yeah. I forgot who was doing a live one, but it'll show people doing it live as well.
Yeah. So all these artists, for the listeners listening, all these artists that they have listed: Alabama Shakes, A$AP Rockhampton. They'll be performing on, they have a YouTube live channel, but they won't necessarily be live. They might be old performances from years past or whatnot. So, it's really cool to see. I'm surprised more places haven't done this already, like just doing live performances, and more artists haven't done that at their home because some artists have done some amazing, productions at home, which we're going to get into with the VMA discussion. But yeah, it's really dope to see that. It's all on YouTube. It's all free. So, yeah, check out your favorite artists perform their music.
Yeah, and Michelle Obama is doing something tomorrow on here.
Yeah, really? Any of you guys? They had a lot of really impressive names on here. From like Run the Jewels, people I saw. Lorde, Andre 3000, and Big Boy Outkast is supposed to be here. So I think this is a really creative way to take the virtual thing and try to make it, still work for you.
Yeah, because honestly, right now it's in Chicago, and I'm in Chicago right now, and this is when Lollapalooza is popping. It's hot outside, they out here, but it's still cool to just, them just not like just cancel it just because people are always trying to find new ways to find entertainment at home and whatnot. So
wait, which one of these are live? Like, where does it show that it's this one is live, this one is?
So you'll see it says the years next to some of these people. So like Lorde says 2014.
Oh, gotcha.
2015. But then you can watch Jane's Addiction at 7:45 live, or Pink Sweats and the Struts.
Oh, I see. Oh, let's go.
So for the audio listeners, the names that have their the date next to it are like a year, like 2018. Those are past ones. All the other names that don't have anything next to it, so it's just like Jonas Blue or Whipped Cream. I think Whipped Cream. Those are just live performances, I believe, as live they can be. Yeah. So
I don't see where Michelle Obama is. Her picture's on this one. There's Lori Lightfoot with LL Cool J.
Yeah,
interesting.
That'll be interesting.
Random, but see, Michelle Obama's right here. I don't know when she is supposed to be showing up but sometime tomorrow.
Any of you guys listen to her podcast?
I did.
I haven't.
That's not a headline. That's just a freestyle.
Yeah, it was a lot of. She's interviewing President Obama, and a lot of what he's talking about is in his first book.
Interviewing her husband.
Her husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of like what he was talking about was in like what he wrote about in his first book, like growing up and all that, and becoming a social, what's the word? What he was doing on the streets in Chicago.
Social justice warrior. Yeah.
Community outreach. There you go.
Helping Black people. Helping Black people. Helping kids.
Kids.
Yeah. That's dope though. Lollapalooza. Wish I could go. Wish it was live.
I wonder what Coachella's gonna do. Honestly, give me a well-produced. Ever since the BET Awards, I'm like, give me a well-produced festival. Y'all can do it.
Let
everyone have to do their own thing and just film it, and then like put it together and let us. That works for me.
I feel that.
I'd rather go, but I mean, if I can't, that works for me.
I can see Coachella like trying to charge money for some like live performance.
That's what I'm thinking. Totally that's what I'm saying too.
Yeah. Avery, you're the one who showed us this news story about Taylor Swift and her stands and what they do for their fave.
So there was a Pitchfork reviewer, I forgot his or her name, but basically they gave Folklore an 8 out of 10, which is obviously a great score. And all the Swifties, all the Swift stands got really mad about that score, and they posted that reviewer's address, phone numbers, everything. There was a picture of that person's house. All of these things got deleted, I think, after they posted it, but they got doxxed by the Taylor Swift fans.
Is that what they're called, Swifties?
Swifties.
Is that seriously their? Oh wow, okay.
No, do you live? You know they're called Swifties.
Nnamdi,
one of the oldest clans in the books.
Nnamdi, why do you act like? Hey, obviously I know Taylor Swift's a popular artist, but why do you act like I live in that world? I mean,
what world, Noah? You've had a Twitter since 2011. You have seen some.
First of all, I did not. That's not true. That is not true. Second, I got Twitter in 2015. You can check right now. Don't lie on my name, bro. Second of all,
on Twitter,
nobody I follow is like big into Taylor Swift or anything. I'm saying
that's true. Very true.
I'm saying Twitter. Hey, hold on. Let me give me a chance to defend myself. Twitter is very away. You kind of the people you follow it can it changes the way you see your Twitter. So there's a whole side of Twitter you might not see at all. So I had no idea about. I knew they were crazy, but it's pretty insane though.
Yeah, they called the Justin Bieber one Believers.
I knew that. But honestly, this is just ridiculous in my part. 8 is a great score. We all look. I don't even listen to Taylor Swift. I'm not even into that type of music. What I give it like an 8? I gave it an 8. Yeah, I give it. So I mean, 8 is pretty much a good score. Most of these places come back and re-review these albums and give it even a higher score like years later anyway. So I don't know. I get it if they just like gave it like a 2 or 3, but like, come on, 8. I just think this is pretty much ridiculous. I get it's your fave. I get it, but like,
I guess what this article I have here is talking about is that her fans have done similar things. Not maybe not to this extent, but they've like had crazy behavior in the past towards people that review music. I don't know. It brings up the situations in here. But basically it's talking about how Taylor Swift has remained silent throughout all of these incidents and not spoken up about it, not discouraged it. Yeah. And so what do you guys think about stans and how they contribute to a music artist's
at the time of the writing, the album's Metascore is at 89. That's an insane score for an album. It's ridiculous. Yeah, honestly, I do think Taylor Swift should come on and say something. I do.
But do we assume she knows?
She knows. She knows.
Y'all, genuinely speaking, do we assume she knows?
Yes.
Okay,
Taylor
look
Swift
at this.
knows.
Last fall, after Swift urged her followers to let Scott Borchetta and Scooter Braun know how you feel about their efforts to keep her from using and performing old hits, her fans doxed both men. She knows. She totally knows.
So my question then transitions into, this isn't a Taylor Swift specific thing. Stans are insane. There are many stans that have done crazy things with their artists, and that ranges from the Barbs to the Hive to the Drake stan, the Cole stan. Like I've seen crazy things throughout. I've seen stan culture go crazy. So do artists have a responsibility to
explain something? Wait a second, hold on. Explain something other than Jesus and Mero said that.
Yeah, they went after Jesus and Mero.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. But Nnamdi, all those other artists you name, have you ever seen them go as far as what these Taylor Swift fans have done?
I want to say I have seen some stans do some pretty crazy things to the fans.
I'm saying like what though?
I'm not going to be able to give you specifics, but I can absolutely say there have been stories of Barbs doxing people or Hive bullying people off of social media sites. It may not be this specific action, but I mean, doing really, really like kind of insane things to, I guess, in your eyes, defend your favorite artist, your favorite musician. I'm saying I've seen that throughout all these groups. This isn't specific to Taylor Swift.
No, I'm not.
What I'm saying.
This is pretty much using Taylor Swift as like a scapegoat, obviously, exactly. Right here, right? Because it's the most recent behavior of it. But like artists, if they know this is happening and it's happened on multiple occasions, which I know, like I'm a big Jesus and Mero fan, and they have said that like Taylor Swift fans are the most like ardent fans they've ever had to deal with. Like they're the most malicious fans they've had to deal with. But obviously, you're right. Other stan groups have done this, but it absolutely, I think, should be musicians should say something of like, if this is repeatedly happening, be like, hey guys, maybe don't dox anyone because no one deserves to get doxed.
No one deserves to get doxxed. Then somebody else actually ends up getting bodily harm and physical harm done to them.
Someone's died from some incidents.
That's what I'm saying. What I meant was like, obviously I know other stans are crazy, but what I'm used to on that is like somebody getting bullied on Twitter or Instagram, or they're flooding your comments and just annoying the heck out of you and stuff like that. But I'm saying doxing that's somebody's life literally on the line. Somebody could get hurt. Somebody could get hurt really bad. Okay,
I think so. Worst part of it is they're doing all this over an 8, which is good. Like, and like you hear this, and you're like, hey, well, maybe like it wouldn't make it better if it was a 4. Like it's still doxing is still horrible, but it's like it's not a 4. Like it's an 8. An 8 is 2 away from a 10. Like what? I don't understand why go this hard over an 8.
Can you imagine us as journalists just doing our job, going about our business, only to find your house on the internet somewhere because someone didn't like something that you honestly did? Something that's your opinion that like ultimately doesn't matter, like a music review, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
it was insane. It's crazy.
Yeah, and honestly, this is the thing. My favorite fan, when an artist I like, and I get getting mad about your favorite artist getting a bad score. Trust me, I get it. There's plenty of albums, plenty of artists I love. They get a bad score. I'm like, man, they're tripping. They don't understand. But honestly, I've never felt like I love music so much, but I've never felt that much of a connection that I'm really going to bat. So I'm pretty sure Nnamdi loves J. Cole a lot, but he's never really to go to bat.
I would never. You will never catch me on Twitter in these people's comments defending J. Cole like that. Listen, I may retweet something saying go J. Cole, but I will never be like fighting with people over their musical opinions. It's just it's. Everyone, one, is entitled to their own opinion, and 2, it's like no one's perfect. I think the perfect album is rare and probably doesn't exist. Everyone's always gonna have something to say, but at the end of all of that, doxing just shouldn't happen. Like there should be limits to the supporting.
And the album got an 8. I just don't understand it.
But do you guys think that these artists should speak up if something like this is happening, especially repeatedly?
I do. Especially, obviously, it's not Taylor Swift's fault or anything. Obviously, her fan, it all comes out of love because they love her music. But I think there's a way to come on to be respectfully say, guys, thank you for loving my music and supporting it and thinking it's the greatest album ever. But nobody should be doxxed and have their home put on the internet for people to just walk up on their home like that. They might have a family. They might have kids. They might have kids that are fan of her music. Imagine if the journalist who did it had a daughter that loves Taylor Swift's music. Like that. I just think it's unnecessary.
Yeah, and even I think my last thing on this is really just the fact that like it's just doxing someone. Like putting just doxing someone over it's just insane to me. It shouldn't get to that level. And I just think also, Avery, to your point, when you're in a situation where Taylor Swift has, even if she knew this was gonna happen, said like, hey, go tell Scooter Braun and Scott Borchetta how you feel, which what does that mean when you do that? Like you know what you're doing. Like when you understand your power and influence, and you know what it can be used to do. I think that if anything, only makes you even more, puts even more of a burden on you to correct your fans when they go too far and start putting people's lives in danger. So, I don't know.
Like Scooter Braun and Scott Borchetta, for what they did to Taylor Swift, first, like absolutely deserve all the criticism in the world because withholding her masters and everything. I'm sure her fans would have told them how they feel anyways. So how can she urge them to do so?
Exactly.
You put them on Super Saiyan mode.
That's what makes what Nnamdi said, saying she doesn't that makes it she obviously is aware of what her fans are capable of in terms of that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. So
any other thoughts on the stan culture, Taylor? So we're probably gonna come back to this.
Yeah.
Just in general, I was listening to Stan on Eminem's album, Marshmallow's LP. That's a great song.
Have you seen the live performance with Elton John?
There is. Oh,
Yes,
I did see that. I've seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great song.
really.
Great song. I was watching the music video too. That's a great song. Long as I'll get
So
out.
good.
The song's 7 minutes long, y'all, but the song's great.
He's such a
Is
good
it really?
storyteller in that song, especially.
Yeah, we want good Eminem back. But okay, sorry.
He shows up sometimes.
Nah, not really. But okay, I digress. I digress. So yeah.
So you guys, speaking of fans being upset because their favorite artists aren't going to probably win the award they think they deserve to win, the VMA nominations are out. And I always like the VMAs because I believe VMAs, you vote for them. I'm a fan of award shows that consider the people's input. And the VMAs are kind of the first award show, at least in music, we've had amid the pandemic. You know, they're going to be next month. I don't think any other award shows are scheduled before
the
that.
BET Awards.
We had the BET Awards.
BET Awards. Oh, I'm
BET
horrible.
Awards.
I'm sick.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
BET Awards.
The BET Awards have an award show every
And they did an
month,
amazing job. They really were the blueprint.
It was
I do
good.
think the BET
Yeah,
Awards are the
The
blueprint.
BET Awards has a show every month, so it's like hip hop awards, R&B awards. It's different every year. So,
but the BET Awards were great, and they're both MTV and BET are owned by the same company, so I'm sure VMAs will probably be similar. But for a lot of, I think, the mainstream, VMAs are kind of considered like almost like music's number 2 night behind the Grammys. At least is how I look at it. So I'm always looking forward to it.
I would argue that even though the Grammys is the biggest award show in music, when you look back on history, the VMAs have some of the most
Biggest
iconic
moments,
music,
that's
the
true.
biggest moments in history. Because, you know, obviously the
Yeah.
Grammys is still like, obviously as artists, but it's, you know, obviously more formal. You know, people are going to wear their tuxes and, you know, all their nice outfits, their suits and whatnot. The VMAs, anything could happen. So we've had some really iconic moments.
Is there a VMA moment to any of us that like sticks out, like one that's in your mind? Because I
got a question. Okay, so I'm not gonna go with the obvious.
There's
Kanye,
so many.
Taylor Swift. Correct me if
I meant
I'm
more
wrong.
performances. Like,
Hold on. Oh, we talking performance. I was talking about
no
moments.
anything.
Okay, no, yeah, what's your moment?
I got something. Correct me if I'm wrong. Remember when dang it, Hannah Montana. What's her name again? Miley Cyrus.
Oh my
Hannah
God,
Montana.
and Robin Thicke.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, that was so. That was really. Oh, that was bad. That was bad.
Follow Pat and left because of that.
That was bad.
It
It wasn't also when Nicki Minaj was going at Miley Cyrus too. Was that VMAs also? She was like, "I remember who you are,
That was
girl."
a couple. I think that was like a few years later, maybe.
Yeah, that was bad. Miley Cyrus
Right.
had some L's at the VMA Awards, but that was funny.
Mine is when Eminem was sitting there, and then Sacha Baron Cohen was
Oh
doing
my
Bruno at the
God.
time, and he flew like his crotch right into Eminem's face. That's the
I
one that
remember
sticks out
that.
to me.
Oh, wow, what is my VMA? I feel like for me, it's always been the performances. Like I remember Beyonce's, of course, name our performance. I remember Rihanna was the Video Vanguard winner and had like her like
Mhm.
4 different performances throughout the night. What are some other moments that stick out?
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a
too
lot.
many. There's just too many to choose.
There's one that's just for me. It's kind of not even a big moment, but I remember Tyler the Creator won something, and he was just like in his jeans and stuff, and like his whole crew came up,
Yeah.
and it was really like off the cuff. And I don't know, VMAs, it's less formal. It's really off the cuff. People are kind of going up, you know, wearing whatever. Yeah, I really enjoy it, and it makes for a lot of great moments, like we mentioned.
It's good TV. It's really
Good
good
TV.
TV.
My
Good
favorite
TV.
performances have come from the VMAs. I think I can definitely say that.
I
Okay.
think I remember like a Chris Brown, Justin Bieber one. That sounds
Yeah,
familiar.
that happened too.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, the VMA is always just more less formal, more fun than I think the
More
Grammys.
fun.
Less buttoned up.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And the nominees are out. Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, they have 9 each. Billie Eilish and The Weeknd have 6 each. I was surprised by Billie Eilish because this isn't for her album, but some of the videos she made for some of those songs that came out within the eligibility period are still nominated. But I'm interested to see how you guys feel about the kind of breakdown of this. Some of the ones that stuck out for me, at least video of the year, Billie Eilish, Eminem, Juice WRLD for Godzilla, Future and Drake for Life is Good, Rain on Me by Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, The Man, and Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. I want to say all these, and Everything I Wanted was a Billie Eilish track. I feel like I've seen all these. What do you guys feel about this, which is what's ultimately arguably the biggest category at the Video Music Awards, the nominees here? Any snubs? You guys think this is a well-rounded group?
I'm trying to wonder, honestly, what's their criteria for picking video of the year? Because all these videos are really different in terms of like creativity. Like when I think of a video like Life is Good with Future and Drake, it's not as like visually appealing as like Weeknd's Blinding Lights. You know what I'm saying?
But then at the same breath, Blinding Lights had amazing editing that Life is Good didn't, you know?
That's my thing though. So I'm wondering what the criteria is for like because honestly, all these music videos these days they're pretty much all pretty good.
They're all great, you know.
They're all pretty much good for the most part. So I'm wondering what's their like if I was to think of like purely music video, the visual aspect, I would go with The Weeknd. That's my personal. That's what I would go with for personal. But I can't really think of any snubs off top of my head right now. Wow, it's been a lot of good music this year. I'm trying to think right now.
The Godzilla one was pretty good with I think he was like going through a grocery store or something, and there was all this stuff flying everywhere. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I'm mad. Nope. Was any Run the Jewels on here? I know that's our guys though.
No, but Ooh La La was a good video.
I'm saying Run the Jewels
and that was a good rap album, but they're not on here at all.
That's the thing though. Run the Jewels has like their visuals, if anything else, are great.
Was it too late? Was there like miss a cutoff or something?
That's true. That's a good point. No, but
it was pretty recent.
But no, but they had a single.
There, and Ran on Me.
That's true. That's true.
And they had a single way before their album came out, and there was a video for that. And Blinding Lights came out this year too, so I feel like they could have made it, but it's interesting.
And that's the thing about the VMAs. As much as I like them, they always. I think my biggest takeaway from these nominees, the reason why I wanted to talk about them, was the fact that this has been a really kind of a hip hop dominant year. No matter how you like sales, like the charts, like the song, like songs that have just been the most popular on TikTok, like hip hop has really kind of been the dominant genre. So if this is supposed to be reflective of the music industry and hip hop's been dominating, I've always wondered why the VMAs still have a pop skew. You know, they skew pop like or at least really, really mainstream pop rap versus traditional, like is this rap, you know?
I feel like there's artists they always have to have on there, and this is my thing. If it's been in such a like hip hop dominated year, I agree with you. If like all the top artists are going to be hip hop, then why just put all hip hop artists in there just because that just reflects the year in music? I feel like sometimes, you know, I'm not saying these other pop artists have had great songs, great albums or whatnot, but obviously they have to put it on there because of name recognition sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I'm not accusing, you know, the VMAs of anything, but obviously it's a business behind it. A lot of these award shows people have outwardly said it's really political. I mean, there's people behind it. There's their own intentions behind it. There's other, you know, boards behind it and all that stuff. So it's interesting to see like the artist of the year. If you want to go down a little bit, Avery, look at the artist of the year. I feel like there's more artists that could kind of be put in there that aren't, you know. But
like what qualifies Justin Bieber over someone else? Because all he did was really release an album.
He didn't release anything. He had a single.
He had an album.
He had, but I'm saying it hasn't been like killing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like what is the criteria for like Justin Bieber being in there, and opposed to like
exactly? And it frustrates me because why isn't I'm so shocked there's not a Roddy Ricch on here or a Lil Baby on here?
Roddy Ricch,
exactly.
Really popular artist this year.
I saw a stat. Tell me if you guys saw this stat. I saw a stat that this year alone, Roddy Ricch, a song that Roddy Ricch has been on, 60% of the time has been number one. So he's been on. He's been number one. He has a number one song. He's had number one song this year more than he has had number one song. I'm surprised he has had like this. This is why I don't like it. If Post Malone, whose album came out last year, right, Avery?
September.
If it came out last year and it's still been doing well coming into this year, and Roddy Ricch's album, who came out in December, has been really killing it this year. I'm confused why Roddy Ricch is on here. It isn't on here and not Post Malone.
I do wonder what the eligibility period is. I'm going to Google that actually because I wonder if that has more to do with it than just general snubs, you know.
Yeah, because Lil Baby should be. If this is really reflective of music this year so far, Lil Baby should be all over this thing.
Because he's been all over it. Lil Baby's been a lot of people's best rapper this year. Seriously, I'm surprised. I mean, yeah, it is a little late. I was gonna say Uzi, but
I was gonna say Uzi too. I mean, like we're not.
Yeah,
we're obviously not the biggest Uzi fans, but he should be on here too because people love his album that came out this year.
Yeah, but I think it's a little late because it came out like a month and a half ago.
Well,
right?
no, at this point, I think that does hit the eligibility. Like I couldn't find it, but from some of the things that are nominated, I think that I don't see why that wouldn't have met the eligibility period.
I think that came out in like March or
I was thinking about the deluxe. I apologize. I was thinking about the deluxe.
And that's crazy because people love that album and that's not on here.
That's people. That was everybody's album of the year.
And you know, this is actually one that this best new artist that really bothers me. Avery, if you go back to the rundown, I pasted a list of the people, maybe a little bit lower, that were the way they do this new Artist of the Year award is they start with like a larger list and just whittle it down. So if you scroll down a little bit more, this new artist, there we go, best new artist. They started with all these names. So AJ Mitchell, Arizona Zervis, Ava Max, Benny, don't know them, but Brockhampton was in the list, Conan Gray, Doja Cat, Phineas, Pop Smoke, Summer Walker. And there was a lot of people that didn't make the final cut. It ended up being whittled down to Doja Cat, Jack Harlow, Louis Capaldi, Roddy Ricch, Tate McRae, which isn't bad, you know. I'm sure those are all, and Youngblood. I'm sure they're all great. But Summer Walker wasn't nominated for Best New Artist, and she's had an insane year. Brockhampton, I'm surprised they're finally just getting nominated. They've been good. Phineas, I feel like a lot of people tend to separate Phineas from Billie Eilish when he's been tied to all of her records and success, and is a great artist on his own. Surprised he didn't make it. And Pop Smoke too. I'm surprised he wasn't just thrown on there as well. I was shocked.
This is one of the problems I have with award shows in general. With things like Brockhampton, me and Nnamdi, we were like 2 years ago, we were heavy into Brockhampton. But this is my thing. This is one problem I have with some. It feels like sometimes these award shows are out of touch when they have these best new artists and it's 2 years too late. Like it just kind of surprised. Like I get sometimes there's these regulations and whatnot, but Brockhampton was super popping. Like really, like it was really a thing about 2 years ago or 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. And it just kind of feels like they're super late now. People are like, oh, they've been out for a minute. And I think that's the problem that a lot of fans have with this. Like, even though if I'm not the biggest fan of Roddy Ricch or Summer Walker, it's kind of surprising, you know, that they're sometimes not on a list or whatnot, or they're just getting on the list. And it just kind of sounds like these award shows are out of touch. And especially, you know, I know a lot of award shows are making changes in terms of like who's running these things or whatnot. And I hope that changes in the future. But it just sometimes seems like a lot of these award shows are out of touch in terms of who they have on this Best New Artist nominees.
Yeah, I feel like Best New Artist is always kind of one of the bigger points of contention whenever people release these shows release their like nominations list. Because I think last year was it Lizzo, and I think who was one of the people at least nominated. She probably won. But people were like, Lizzo's been out for years, and people have liked Lizzo's music for years. Like, what qualifies her as a new artist over someone who's like actually a new artist that might have like really popped out in the year? You know,
I just can't believe Summer Walker wasn't nominated. I just can't believe she doesn't have a stronger presence. Considering if you think about R&B, I want to say Summer Walker over the last year has probably been the most acclaimed R&B artist.
That might be fair.
You know, I can't think of anyone who's had a R&B at least has had a kind of a better year. So I was surprised to see how she wasn't really on here that often. I think she has one nomination with Khaled for best collaboration or best R&B, one of those two.
Honestly, I get with the Best New Artist. They say Best New Artist, they really mean artists that really started like selling more, have broken into the industry. But in my personal opinion, I think it would do more for the artists. And I think for the show in general, if they had really Best New Artists that are brand new, that are starting to gain, you know, traction, and they put this huge platform on there, and these whole new fans that never would have seen them have now seen them because they're on the VMAs. And I think that's cool. Then the VMAs could break in new artists, and then they'll be at the show getting really, you know, the other awards next year. I think that would be better, honestly.
Do you think the category name should change, like Best Upcoming Artist or something, or maybe
they used to do two? Both? I feel like they used to do the Best New Artist. That was like, we all knew that was like the big one. Then at like the pre-show, they do like the Summer Splash Best Upcoming Runner-Up Artist, you know, something like that, you know. And it would be for like the newer artist who doesn't have that much attention, but maybe have like a song hit the Hot 100 or something, you know.
Yeah, I feel like they should. Yeah, if they, I didn't know that nominee, but I feel like that if they're gonna do that, they should have those two things separated with specific, you know, based on addiction they have in by the name of the category. So that's interesting. So
you can't say new and then have Brockhampton here. Like,
you can't. They've been out forever.
So long.
Yeah.
They were out forever. Exactly. So that's just interesting that they have that. So yeah.
Did we talk about Song of the Year already? I think that I don't know if we skipped. I think I have that up here somewhere. Everything I Wanted was a good song, but I was Okay, it's fine. Say So, not the remix. I noticed that the remix for none of these songs is what was submitted. I don't know if maybe it wasn't submitted or how that worked, but for Megan Thee Stallion, Savage, it was nominated, not the remix. Circles by Post Malone, Rain on Me, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande.
To me, this category is really this is really easy for me. This is really easy.
In the box, Roddy Ricch. Sorry, that was on a different page.
Yeah, the box it's easily should win to me. It's honestly not that much of a question.
The box should.
Yes, it should.
But
historically, yes, I get it. But honestly, seriously, in all seriousness, I really think the box should win. In all seriousness, because Savage and Say So, I'm about to whittle these all out. Savage and Say So, great songs by themselves, but I think obviously the remix is what really catapulted them to 1, 2, and the billboards and whatnot. Post Malone, I get it, but is that song is from as an album, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
It's been out for a while.
It came out in the year. The songs that came out early in the year still
absolutely.
Came out back in September of last year.
September though, exactly. Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. We talked about that song like one of our early episodes. I think we all agreed, not the greatest song in the world. It's cool.
It's
not a bad song.
It was cool.
See, this is you hating pop again.
Not hating pop at all. But I would say this is okay. I'm saying this. The box came out December. Coming into 2020, this song was on fire for like 2 or 3 months, and that just to me it would make sense that the box. I mean, heck, I saw like this weird acapella with instruments doing the box. I mean, it was everywhere.
That was good.
It was everywhere.
And it was a TikTok trend.
It was a TikTok too. I'm saying I think the box would be perfect just to show they're with the times because it's TikTok, it's rap, it's everything. I think it'd just be a great reflection of the year because most this year the number one song has been hip hop.
It's been the most out here song this year for sure.
The way that Savage is going to come through and win this award, and I'm going to come back to this episode just to like
You're so right.
Yo, Noah, Savage is definitely winning Song of the Year. Are you kidding me?
Wait, but it's not the one with Beyonce.
Bro, the song Savage was number 2, like peaked at number 3 or 2 before Beyonce was at. Like, it was already a huge song within its own right.
And for, that's true. And
the remix doesn't discount the song. If anything, the remix I think helps in the Song of the Year. I think you are going to absolutely see them get on that stage and say the award for Song of the Year goes to Megan Thee Stallion. Savage.
For the record, I wouldn't have a problem if Megan Thee Stallion won it.
Of course, yeah, and likewise, I'd love if Roddy Ricch won.
Yeah, I just think. I mean, obviously, I love Megan Thee Stallion, of course, obviously, but I'm saying I just think, in my opinion, based off the points I made, I feel like Roddy Ricch would be the most deserving. But obviously, I have no problem with Savage because obviously that song ran Twitter for a while and TikTok, and everybody was doing the challenge and whatnot. So
Avery,
that would make sense too.
No, I completely agree with you. Everything you said. The box should win because it is like the most popular song this year by far. I think it was like multiple TikTok trends and it was everywhere. Yeah. And then, but you're so right that Savage or Say So. I'll even give Say So this too. Like they might swoop in and take the award.
True.
Yeah. Watch Billie Eilish is gonna win it. And it's gonna be a wrap.
Doja Cat. Oh, Billie Eilish get it. And I know that song. That's actually that song's pretty cool. That song's pretty good actually. It's a good song.
Y'all, do we want to predict for the big ones? This wasn't planned, but I enjoyed that. Can we go back to Artist of the Year?
No, go back.
I'm gonna write it down.
Go. We'll go back. Artist of the Year.
Start with Video of the Year.
Okay.
So we kind of already did this. I think it's gonna be Blinding Lights.
You think it's gonna win it?
Blinding Lights is a great video, and it was a great song equally.
You know what my thing is with these award shows? The artist that you think is gonna win and never is gonna win.
Okay, so Taylor Swift, the man, is probably gonna win.
Oh man, this is tough. Honestly, this is really tough.
Rain on Me was a good video too. I'll throw one in for pop.
Actually, that's my pick. I'm gonna go Rain on Me.
This is tough. I don't see Eminem and Juice WRLD winning, even though that's actually a dope song. Actually, that song's actually dope. That might be the best song on there too. Actually, not Blinding Lights. Ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with the one that's gonna surprise. I'm gonna go with Billie Eilish just to see what happens.
The watch is gonna be Taylor Swift, the man.
Oh my! I'm gonna be
Taylor
high.
Swift.
No. I'm going with Blinding Lights. What I'm saying, why does it end up being Taylor Swift?
I think Blinding Lights should win. Avery, do you think Blinding Lights should win? That's Avery. That's one. Avery got the album. Blinding Lights to me should win, but I don't think it will win.
I could actually see Lady Gaga Rain on Me. I could see that winning. I can really see that winning.
I can't. You know what?
So popular.
That song would win in like 2016 easily.
But
like 2020, it can't. Not this year.
It can't?
No, I'm saying of course it can. It's nominated, but I don't think it will.
I guess we'll just have to see.
I'm writing these down. I'm writing these down so we can.
Why is Roddy Ricch not on Artist of the Year? Why can you not be
right? No, that's my. This was the category where I felt the where is hip hop. Because there is no, I don't understand, and this is not a knock to any of these artists. I just mean in terms of like acclaim and sales and just the success of their year. I don't see how you have a Justin Bieber on here, but you don't have a Roddy Ricch or even Lil Baby or even Gunna. Heck, they've all had. These are three hip hop acts who have had very successful years thus far.
I agree with you with everybody except Gunna. I feel like he's kind of a tier below in terms. He's good, but I'm saying he hasn't been as popular as a Roddy Ricch or DaBaby.
He certainly had a better year than Justin Bieber, though, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
I don't even know why Justin Bieber's on here. Yeah. But what do you guys think? Who's going to win Artist of the Year out of DaBaby, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Megan Thee Stallion?
It should be. This is hard. Honestly, okay, out of all these, Weeknd got the best album easily. We would all agree. He easily got the best album.
Oh, easily, yeah.
So, let me say, the reason that this is hard isn't because I'm struggling to pick which one I think should win. It's because I'm trying to think in the mind of VMA voters, and I want to say The Weeknd, but something deep in my core feels like The Weeknd's going to get snubbed Artist of the Year. But I don't know who they would give it to. So I don't see it going to the DaBaby.
I'm picking Meg.
Meg? Yeah, like, it could be Meg.
She had a crazy good year.
Meg, but you know, I would be more inclined to say Meg if literally any other song but Savage from that album or EP did all that well. Captain Hook did well, but beyond those two, I don't think her EP.
Yeah, but does the VMAs care about that?
I mean, when they say Artist of the Year, I'm assuming.
I mean, honestly, I feel like The Weeknd hits the best thing. He had popular songs that were in the top 5 consistently. He had the best album, probably. That's probably going to be up for Album of the Year at the Grammys, probably.
You know what?
I'm saying, and his videos were incredible. The visuals for all of it, incredible. Even his performances. Remember the performance he had on, was it a Fallon or it was incredible. It was incredible. I think Weeknd hits the thing the best, but I could see Megan Thee Stallion winning. But I think it should be The Weeknd.
Avery, I think it's The Weeknd, but put me down for Lady Gaga. I'm calling it. I'm calling it now. No, let me tell you why.
I'm telling y'all right now.
No, who are you picking? Who are you picking, Noah?
Honestly, I'm going for DaBaby. Watch DaBaby get it. Watch DaBaby get it.
Let me tell you why I had to switch Lady Gaga. Because you remember, she was one of the first artists to really start doing a lot of the pandemic stuff. Like she did the world concert thing, and she helped arrange the graduation thing for class of 2020. And I think that's gonna matter a lot. And her album wasn't horrible. Like she didn't have a bad album. She had a #1. A good video. I'm calling Lady Gaga for this. I think she's gonna.
And then quickly, Song of the Year. Who do you have for this?
Did we do this already? Is this what we just did?
Roddy Ricch.
We did video and artist. So we have Song of the Year.
Roddy
Ricch. I'm still giving Savage.
Oh no, we did pick this. We picked everything I wanted.
I'll write it down then.
I think Roddy Ricch should actually.
I'm going Roddy Ricch. You know what? I have faith. I'm going
Roddy Ricch. Yeah, I'm going Roddy Ricch.
Well, if you guys are gonna do it, then let's do it. Roddy
Ricch. But
I thought what was interesting about what the VMAs is doing this year is they added like a pandemic kind of special to this.
Yeah, the two new categories.
Where they go?
I don't know. I have. Oh, they are. Okay.
So glad you had this, Avery. You brought this up. There's more performances too that we have to bring up, but this is one of the things I really love that they this is something where it shows that the VMAs is paying attention, and they're obviously with the times of what's going on, because obviously. I know people think quarantine's over, but there was really a large amount of time where a lot of the country was quarantining. It was like, we're going to quarantine. And I really love this, that they're really on top of this. Even with this, it's particular. I'm with everybody. I'm like Issa Rae. I'm going for everybody that's black. But honestly, in my opinion, in terms of my personals, Chloe and Holly's Do It performance was great. I love that.
There's one winner here.
I love that. But I gotta say an underdog here. DJ D-Nice was killing on Instagram Live for a minute.
He was the first one too.
He was the first one, and he probably has the best quality on Instagram Live.
Yeah,
DJ D-Nice was killing it. I don't think he'd win.
Quarantine was it.
I don't think he'd win, but I think it'd be super dope.
Actually, Noah, I actually completely think he could win. I think this could be I completely see MTV coming together and saying, you know what, he was the first one to really kind of do the pandemic DJ thing, because he was before Versus, wasn't he?
He was before Versus, yeah. He was before Versus, all that.
Do It was good. I think Do It was very well produced when they had that performance, and I want to say that should win, but I could absolutely see DJ D-Nice taking this home. Put me down for him.
Yeah, he had Michelle Obama in the comments on Instagram Live. He had everybody made there. He was doing weddings.
It was all about interacting within the pandemic, and he took advantage of the fact that Instagram could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna say I think he's gonna do it.
I have to give my props to a very good guitar player, Post Malone. He killed it with the Nirvana tribute, and that really appealed to my my love of rock. So shout out Post Malone. That was crazy good. He's such a good guitar player, so it was fun.
Honestly,
really cool to see.
I have no problem with. I haven't seen every one, but honestly, whenever one wins, I really won't have an issue because it's all these artists. Because obviously, we're in quarantine, you're at home. So you have to kind of think outside the box in terms of what you're doing. You're not going to have as many people there to do the video shoot and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So respect to anybody who wins. I don't really have like hard feelings on whoever wins on this. We don't have this on here, but there's also the best quarantine performances, which is on there.
Music video from home. I'm about to bring it over because I just realized that. I was like, the one of them is missing.
Oh yeah, I mean,
all of
best
these aren't
video from home,
like
correct.
BET stuff because the BET performances are crazy good.
Yeah, if you want to go to, I think you might have passed it, Avery. Video from home. Yeah, I'm not surprised they didn't have somebody like Megan who killed her video from home too. We have 5 Seconds of Summer, Wildflower, Ariana Grande, and Justin Bieber. Stuck With You. They really love Justin Bieber. What the heck?
Really
Blink 182, Happy Days, Drake, Tootsie Slide, John Legend, Bigger Love, and 21 Pilots, Level of Concern.
So the only ones of these I've watched are Tootsie Slide and Stuck With You. So based off of that, I'm saying Tootsie Slide taking it home.
Nnamdi, the best song out of all of these is 21 Pilots. I don't know if you guys will listen to that song. It's the best song on here.
Music video from home. Honestly, I like Bigger Love. I saw the music video. That was actually I really enjoyed that. That's one of his biggest songs.
When was that released? I'm trying to remember if I.
It was his album didn't come out too long ago. So
let me tell you why when it was released. I remember because remember when the whole DJ Academics thing was going on, and he was taking shots at John Legend. And that was around the time it came out. So that was maybe 3 weeks ago. So maybe like a month ago that album came out. But I don't think Tootsie Slide should win because it's just Drake dancing in this cold house. It looks cold in his house. It's amazing. It looks freezing in his house. Okay, it looks like he has the temperature at 50. But I like John Legend just because I like that song. So
I think Drake is gonna win something at the VMAs.
Like he's gonna win
something.
Like come on.
Drake's had some moments too at the VMAs too. Yeah. He's had some moments.
Wait, was it the Rihanna? Did he do the Rihanna thing?
Oh, the Rihanna. That's my moment from your earlier question when Drake proposes love for Rihanna on screen and she gave him the dub for the kiss out. No, she snubbed him.
She's like, that's cool.
Right after that.
Yeah, more tune for your head top. More tune for your head top. But yeah. So but in general, I like that they have these quarantine performance and video from home performance, considering what's going on with COVID. And another one that's also with the times is the video for good, which I think is right above it, or something like that. You can go back to the rundown to see it. Okay. But but the video for good is really interesting. Go up. There we go. Video for good. And this is like a whole different kind. So we have Anderson .Paak, Lockdown, Billie Eilish, All the Good Girls Go to Hell, Demi Lovato, I Love Me, Her, I Can't Breathe, Lil Baby, The Bigger Picture, and Taylor Swift, The Man. Now,
what is the Bigger Picture came out last month. So to answer our eligibility question, a lot more albums should be on here.
This is recent.
A lot more artists should be on here.
Absolutely. And with me personally, I'm just, I'm from Atlanta, so I'm going with Lil Baby, Lil Picture.
I can't believe this is his only category. Is this his only category, Lil Baby?
I think so.
But this might be wild.
That's a shame.
That he's the rapper, I think, with the best-selling album.
Exactly.
The Weeknd.
If the Baby and Roddy Ricch are on there, Lil Baby has to be on there, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's considering before Taylor Swift, he had the best-selling album this year too.
Yeah.
I think so. So I think for this one, I was telling Nnamdi, I think I was texting you a couple weeks ago, saying like no one appreciated Anderson .Paak's song and how good it was. And I love that song. And J-Rock's verse is incredible.
Exactly. First of all, that video is awesome because there's a lot of cameos in there, a lot of great artists in there too. But that Anderson .Paak, he's still underrated. It's crazy.
He's so underrated.
So underrated.
Is he? I feel like the people who knows. And I think he's fine with that. I don't think Anderson. Do you think Anderson .Paak wants to?
I don't think he cares necessarily.
It, though.
I've just accepted that Anderson .Paak isn't meant for everyone. It's just meant for the people with.
True.
He deserves everything.
I'm just not surprised he's not as bigger. He's not bigger. Because he has he's very original. His sound is really original, the way he sounds, his voice. But I'm still surprised he's not as bigger than he is because he does so many different things. Like he can switch from singing to doing something really poppy,
to drumming,
to doing rap. And this song is more of his middle ground thing of singing.
He's one of the best live performers I've ever seen too.
And he's amazing. His show with YB and Cordae is awesome.
Yes.
But I really like the Anderson .Paak video also. Even I never listened to the Demi Lovato track. I love her. She's an amazing live performer. She's a great singer. I love her voice. She's a great, amazing singer. But I would go with Lil Baby, The Bigger Picture.
Cool.
What about you?
Any other takeaways you guys have from the nominations as a whole?
I mean, the VMAs, they're kind of like, I don't know. There's a thing. Obviously, I don't. With all these award shows, like I've said like a million times today, you always have to take them with a grain of salt. But with the VMAs, I feel like it's really about popularity for the most part. It's like, oh my gosh, the bigger artists, it's videos, obviously. So it's different. Like I feel like with the Grammys, even though it's still political to a point, I feel like they might throw an artist in there for like rap album of the year or album of the year that everybody might not know about. So like I remember a couple years ago they had rap album of the year and they had like Rhapsody, who's not a huge rap artist, but she was in there. So the VMAs is more about like, we're gonna have everybody popping on here other than like the upcoming artist type ones. You know what I'm saying? So
one thing I do appreciate about the VMAs is that they do have the video categories. We didn't touch on those much, but A$AP Rocky's Babushka Boy. I don't know if you guys remember that video. That's nominated for Best Art Direction.
That's interesting because that came out a while ago.
Alongside Physical by Dua Lipa, Adore You by Harry Styles, Mother's Daughter by Miley Cyrus, Boyfriend Selena Gomez, and Lover by Taylor Swift. Avery, it's all the way at the bottom if you want to go to it. I moved it over. I think I did. I want to say I did. I may have lied. Okay, Best Direction there. Art Direction is it? I lied.
Best Direction, yeah.
But,
honestly, I'm more interested in more of the technical things of the videos, like the best editing, the best direction, best.
Hold on, art direction is important. Art direction is the vision.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you, and it's saying like art direction. I'm saying these categories I'm more interested in because it's more about the technicality of the videos.
Yeah,
which I think is more appealing for like people like me because it's like, oh, which videos were actually the best? Which had the best this? Which I find more interesting. Which obviously aren't the big headliners, but really interesting still. So.
I wish I watched all of these, but I've only watched the top 3. I haven't watched My Mother's Daughter or Boyfriend. Have any of you watched it? No, I know you love pop.
You have time.
Oh, and Lover
award show. You have a month before the award show.
I watched Lover video today because I was on YouTube going through these videos and I was just watching some of the ones I hadn't. It's a good video. I like that a lot. I could actually see that winning for art direction because it's a very pretty video.
I'm telling you, who makes the best videos? And I know she wouldn't get nominated because she's a Spanish artist, but Rosalia makes the best music videos.
She's nominated for something. I saw her name on this.
She literally makes the best music videos.
Is Rosalia the girl who did the track with Travis Scott?
Yeah.
And James Blake, and she's amazing on her own right.
You should watch her music videos.
Best editing. Best editing. That's it? Hold on, I'm gonna bring it over.
That's a shame.
Best editing for Afale.
Okay, that's a shame.
Okay,
because she's literally coming out with like the best music videos right now. But that's just me.
Yeah, it's right under. She's up with Halsey and James Blake and Lizzo and Miley Cyrus, The Weeknd too. So best editing.
Who do you think's what artist's gonna come away with the most awards?
Ooh.
I say, okay, I'm gonna say The Weeknd. You know why? Because I'm gonna say. I don't think it's going to be like this thing where there's some artist gets like 6 awards or something like that. I don't think
there's going to be a sweep.
I don't think there's going to be a sweep. But I think The Weeknd not only has songs that are popular, which obviously the VMAs cares about, but also he has a lot of critical acclaim also. So people are saying his music's great. The videos are incredible to look at. So I say The Weeknd is going to come out with the most, even though he doesn't have the most nominations, because most nominations always mean most awards. But I feel like The Weeknd might get like 2 or 3, and that might be good for most. Billie Eilish might sweep again. We don't even know.
I was gonna say
I think there's gonna be a pop sweep. I think Lady Gaga's gonna win a few. I think Billie Eilish is gonna win a few. I think we're gonna be upset because I think there's gonna be a couple rap people that win that maybe I think maybe a rap song takes home a song of the year. But I think this will just, as usual, will skew pop.
Yeah, it does. It kind of bothers me a little bit, honestly, that there has been more rap nominations in terms of like, obviously we have the most nominations up there, and Ariana and Lady Gaga have 9, Billie Eilish and The Weeknd have 6, and those are all pop R&B acts, in general. And I don't know, it kind of makes me feel a type of way. I'm the rap guy, but rap has been huge this year, and I feel like there should be more artists on there.
No, it's absolutely not representative of the kind of year we've had musically. So.
Absolutely. So kind of bothers me, but we'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
We will see.
Right, do we want to move 30th. On to our August 30th? Do we want to move on to our? I know we didn't write them down this week, but do we want to move on to our?
I'm pretty sure
of the week.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who wrote it down, but it's just me. It's fine.
I was listening to that too. That was a great
my gosh.
album.
I think I'll just start because of this. Brent Faiyaz, F the World. This is obviously my album of the year so far. Yeah, I know. This is obviously my album of the year this year. But I'm just gonna say it's Brent Faiyaz, F the World, because that's obviously my album of the year so far this year. And obviously, if you have an album of the year, you're gonna listen to it the most. And people would be like, "Hey, Noah, that's your album of the year, but why isn't it your project of the week?" So, hey, Brent Faiyaz, the album's still my favorite album this year. It's still the best album this year. I don't care what nobody say. Come at me. This album is flawless. I don't care. But seriously, Brent Faiyaz, F the World, still a great album.
All right, I have Wake Up. Mine's an older album. It's from 2010. It's called Wake Up with John Legend.
Great album. We know, Avery.
Good.
We know.
Good.
We know.
I don't even know what got me to listen to this.
What made you listen to that album?
I have no idea. I think I heard Hard Times, like the original song somewhere, and I was like, dang, that John Legend version was good.
Yeah,
and then
they do a John Legend version.
The album. So yeah,
nice.
It's a good jazzy hip hop. It's so good. It's just great. And it's everything is great. It's
awesome. Yeah.
So I feel like we've never officially decided if Project of the Week has to be an album or a song. Mine's a song this week. Because I've been at it on repeat, but I think this maybe the one I sent to you, I don't remember, but it's called Stranger by Gada, Saba, and Jordo Vandal. It's a very low-key chill song. I added it to my great day outside work playlist, and I've been using that a lot lately.
I listened to the song and I recognize Saba's voice, but I don't know how to say their names. How do you say their names? Other guys, Jordo Vandal. Vandal.
I say Gata. That's what I assume.
Jordo Vandal and Gata. That's a good song though. I really like that song.
If it has to be an album, I've listened to The Lion King, the Gift again, because I want to support people ahead of the streaming week. And Folklore by Taylor Swift. Exile by Bon Iver is a great song, and that is the one song by that album that is stuck with me like crazy.
Is it Bon Iver or Bon Iver?
Bon Iver, I was right, and you look funny on that.
Wait a second, is it really Bon Iver?
Yes, it's Bon Iver. It's not Bon Iver.
Okay.
I'll only bring it up because you said it hella confidently too last week. Nnamdi is Bon Iver.
I don't know. I still have mixed feelings on that. But
I have mixed feelings on someone's name.
Whatever. So I have Brent Faiyaz, F the World. Nnamdi has Stranger by Saba, Gaida, and Jordo Vandal, and we have Wake Up by John Legend and The Roots.
I may add some other names as they come to me, but we will add these songs and more to our 97 demo. I tweeted it and I started calling it our 97 demos branding.
Oh, coming out Monday.
Out on Monday. Best songs from this episode, so make sure to check it out on Spotify and Apple Music. Any other takes you guys want to share before we dip out for this week? Anything on your minds? This is it till next Saturday.
Breonna Taylor's killers are still on the loose and they need to be arrested.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Too long.
Black Lives Matter. I don't know.
I'm trying to find the song that Toby Nigre meant. It went viral on TikTok, but I don't think he released it. It's a song that goes like
R.I.P. TikTok.
Breonna Taylor, that song, but I couldn't find it. But you've heard it. The cool kids.
I've heard it. I've heard it. I'm not one of the cool kids because I'm not on TikTok. That's Avery.
Is my job over on this podcast now that TikTok's leaving?
Have you lost a job, Avery?
I know. Did I just lose this job because
have you lost a job, Avery?
Man, TikTok, Avery, we may have to reevaluate your salary.
Give me the axe. Dang.
Exactly. So.
But that's it for this week. Thank you for listening for the hour or so that we've been doing this. We'll be back next week per usual. Check our playlist out on Monday at the 97 Demo on Twitter, at Namaguan on Twitter, at Noah McGee on Twitter,
at Noah A McGee _,
at Noah A McGee _ on Twitter.
And I've seen people following the account. Keep following the account at the 97 Demo. There's been a couple. Hey, we like those follows. Hey, come on, let's go. Let's get that follower count up.
Keep coming.
Keep coming. Let's
Keep
go.
it coming.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.